Back in the old war, Orphix sentience would hit us with pulses. Shut down anything more sophisticated than the lump hammer. Well, the Orphix are back. Only this time, someone's taught them how to override your Warframes. If they spread to cover the whole system, you're all shiny hat stands. The Orokin claimed necromechs weren't smart enough to face an enemy that could learn and retire them early, but my boneheads shrug off sentient pulses like the morning dew. So I reckon, between your frames and my old dusted-off war rigs, we might just have a hope in hell. Come see me on Deimos.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Leonardo, this time with a Warframe video. Now, Operation Orphix Venom has landed on consoles. Yay! Finally, we had to wait a month after the PC got it through it to get it, for we to get it. So, I was excited. After a little intro from Father, you can just go straight into the mission, or you can just, go and see Father and see what he has on store or something like that. Now, I'll be honest. I am not enjoying this event. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but, I don't want to spread negativity. I'm not about that. If you've seen my previous video, I actually think Warframe is a much better state after 2020, amazingly enough. But to me, this is just Scarlet Spear 2.0. It's just so okay. Let's go by points. Okay, first of all, there's not many necromechs around for you to use. I mean, sure, you're supposed to use your own necromech to forge it and everything, but I'm not gonna bother with that, because I have to take it out of the forge. I gotta mod it. I gotta put everything in it, and I gotta level it up. Then I have to do it 2 or 3 times. I mean, I'm not into that. Okay, I'm just gonna use whatever I find on the mission, and that's it. That's the way I'm going to do. I'm just gonna breeze through the event like this and see how far I can go. But there are not many necromechs around, especially in the tiles. There's like 1 for each tile. There's 2 in the beginning, maybe 1 or 2, and then each tile where the Orphix lands, there's like 1. And when you use it, after a while, it doesn't respawn anymore. I mean, it takes about a minute and something. Also, the animation when you get into the necromechs takes such a long time. It takes like 15 seconds just to get into the thing, and I was like, man, for 15 seconds you're just looking at the screen getting shot at from every angle. So yeah, I didn't enjoy that. I will say that the Void Rig to me is the most powerful one. I know you can use Bone Widow slash, melee to defeat the Orphix, but I don't think you need to mod it specifically for that. So if you're using just the ones that are lying around like I am, the Void Rig is certainly the most powerful. It's not the fastest, although going from one place to another. For that, you should use Bone Widow. Bone Widow is a lot faster, but of course, our weapons are not that strong unless they're at melee range, and then you can do some damage. But that's just a side comment. Now, the camera obstruction on the ceilings. I know it's funny. I know it's funny to see the necromechs hitting the ceiling and seeing parts of it fly off and damage it, but it gets obstructed in the camera. And so when you're trying to fight enemies, you always have to look down when you're going through corridors, and then you have to look up to do that. So that thing always hitting in my eyes, I don't like it. I'm just gonna say I don't like it. Then there's the way the Orphix lands. I mean, the Orphix lands on these awkward, weird positions that you don't have a good angle to shoot at, and of course you're using necromech, so the angles, the camera is in kind of a different position, and if you get all the necromechs trying to shoot at it, you just can't. The camera gets obstructed, or even worse, you start shooting your own fellow mates, because the necromechs don't have that punch through the other necromechs, to the other necro suits that are in the game, which I think makes no sense, because with Warframes you don't have this problem. Another thing that's not great is that everything on the screen is blue. Everything that's your ally is blue. The necromechs are blue, the Warframes are blue, the companions are blue, the specters are blue, and even the necromechs on the floor are blue. So when I'm searching for one, I look at the radar and say, oh, there's a necromech there. No, it's not. It's one of your teammates, or one of your teammates already required one. So I think they should have used a different color for necromechs that are on the floor. Maybe put them in green or in white or something, just to be easily identified when you want to get one. The way this is set up, you have to run around trying to find them. That's the way it is. And if you have a lot of teammates with companions, because companions can still give you buffs to your operator while you're playing, so you know it gets cluttered, it gets complicated to find anything. Last and certainly not least, you have the pricey store again. I mean, I did the 3 stages of the event, and at the end, all I had enough for was a glyph. You know, maybe one of the lower arcanes that I don't really need. And that's it. I looked at it and I was like, you know, we were in the last mission, we were in it for 40 minutes, and we only lost because another problem, the Orphix Resonators sometimes spawn in these weird locations, like under, below, outside, behind a crate, and you can't really see it. And when the operator is really close to it, and the Necromech of the operator is really close to it, it just disappears from radar. You know, I don't know why, but it is. So you left running around. Sometimes it's right on your back and you can't see it. You have to, you know, search for it. So in the last one, the Orphix Resonator appeared in the room. I couldn't get access to the room. I went with the operator. I went to the Necromech, and we lost because of that. Because you know the sentient presence went up to 100%, and that's it. We lost.
So help me, I will come down there and drag you to extraction myself. Move!
So at the end I had like 1,200 physics cells, and I couldn't buy anything from the from Lavos or from the Cedo, which was a big disappointment. You know, I thought there maybe a range is so like maybe I don't know 500 points will be enough for a blueprint. This is of course this is something that they're extending for a month. It's going to be for 30 days, but you know, I didn't like that, and that's why I say it's Scarlet Spear 2.0 all over again. I mean, if you're grinding for the arcanes, you'll have to do this every day, and this is just Warframe being Warframe. You know, just making something that's repetitive, fast, and you get a minimum amount of reward just so you can repeat it all over again for a month. And I was like, oh, really, man, really? When you couldn't just tweak this a little bit different? Also, I don't like the fact that you cannot use Warframes. I mean, this is Warframe, this is a Warframe event. I mean, the Warframes could at least, you know, handle the sentience or the corpus or the aggro or something like that. But no, you can't use any Warframe inside the range of the Orphix because, you know, it gets shut down. You can't use Umbral Excalibur, which I think makes no sense because this particular Warframe was made to fight sentience, so it should still be, you know, functional. I mean, the Spectres are functional, for Christ's sake. I can put down a Spectre and it still works inside that range, so why not this one? I've also heard that Twin from the Wukong Twin also works, but, you know, Excalibur Umbra, nope, this guy was built for sentience, nope, this guy doesn't work. Another one that doesn't work also is Limbo, and oh my god, they always have to nerf Limbo in these things, or else he just becomes too powerful, like he did in the previous Scarlet Spear. Yeah, that was cool because Limbo was being Limbo. You know, they used the entire ability, this entire kit to fight the Condrix. Now to fight the Orphix, nah, you can't go in. I mean, he shifts to another plane. He's not in this dimension. He could perfectly be in that dimension and then just, you know, use the operator for something. Because one of the biggest problems is actually destroying the resonators. The level design was made for Warframes, you know, to use bullet jump, to slide, to use wall running and all that. And then you can't use it anymore. You have to use either the Necromech, which has to be modded specifically to, you know, to have a little bit more mobility, or you have to use the operator, which is not as easy to use as a Warframe. So when the resonators appear, the best solution that the community found was, you know, take a punch through weapon like the Fluke does and just shoot it from a distance. That's it. That's the best solution people got. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. You're just stationary. I mean, shouldn't you, you know, be able to reach it? But you can, you know. The levels were made, you know, so even the Corpus ships have like 3 or 4 levels, and the resonator appears in the map in one place, but it's not on that level. You have to go down or up or down and something, and sometimes you have to go through all the 3 levels trying to find it. So it's not easy. So it creates a lot of problems. I thought that maybe it could be a mix of the two. Not that I don't enjoy the Necromech and the operator, but just, you know, having to leave the Warframe behind, you know, might as well start a mission without it. I mean, why the hell I even bring this guy? So, yeah, it's not a mission I'm enjoying a lot. It's an event that's very similar to the previous one. Sure, at least it doesn't have Railjack, thank God for that. But, you know, the Necromechs are not Warframes and the Operator is not a Warframe. I don't like the thematic that you have to use them, but I don't think that you should be used exclusively. But that's just my opinion. The best way I think I will, you know, if I play it more in the future, is I'll just do the first 9 missions of endurance, because the first 9 Orphix, sorry, because those drop the Lavos and Cedo parts and blueprints, so that's worth it. But to be there a long time, it's only worth if you're looking for the arcanes. Although I can always say this: after this mission, after the event is over, the parts for Lavos and Cedo will be in the Entrati, and you can buy them with Entrati standing. Which, you know, if you have mother cores like I do, it's a lot easier to get than doing this this event. I mean, why should you do this event? Which comes back to the same. Why should you do this event for the parts that will be available on after with standing, and you can get standing a lot faster because you can, you know, save up your mother cores and all that to get it late. I mean, it just, I don't see the relevance in this, really. I don't see the relevance. I think it's too fast, too repetitive. It gets boring easily, and, you know, I don't want to spread negativity. I'm just voicing my opinion. You know, I thought it could be better handled. That's what I think. But it is an unpopular opinion because I went to the regional chat and I asked everybody, you know, is anyone enjoying this? And, you know, a great majority was. I was actually, everyone that talked to me was enjoying it. Like I said, this is an unpopular opinion. Everybody seems to be enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, that's cool. That's on you. Well, for me, at least I got a cool sculpture out of it. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And as always, have a great game, guys.